Adverbs in English. Welcome to our deep dive into adverbs.
If nouns are the stars of a sentence and verbs are the action heroes,
then adverbs are the trusty sidekicks that bring the whole story to life.
But what exactly is an adverb and why should we care? Let's explore.
Adverbs are words that modify verbs, adjectives, and even other adverbs.
think of them as the how, when, where, and to what extent words.
For example, in She Danced Gracefully, gracefully tells us how she danced.
Without adverbs, our language would be flat, like a pizza without toppings.
Types of adverbs.
There are several types of adverbs.
And each has its own special role to play.
Let's start with the most popular type, adverbs of manner.
These answer the question, how?
Picture this. The dog barked loudly.
Loudly tells us how the dog barked.
Imagine if we didn't know, was it a polite bark or a ferocious one?
Adverbs of manner add flavour to our sentences.
Next up, adverbs of time.
They answer the when. Did something happen? Yesterday, today, or soon?
Without these, you'd never know when to show up for that important Zoom call.
Example, I'll call you later.
You know not to wait by the phone forever.
Adverbs of time keep your schedule on track.
Then we have adverbs of place, which tell us where. Think here, there, or everywhere. Without these, GPS would have a real problem. Example, she looked everywhere for her keys. Can you relate? How about adverbs of frequency? They tell us how often, like always, never, or sometimes.
Useful for clarifying just how committed you are to gym workouts.
I rarely go to the gym.
Finally, we have adverbs of degree.
These tell us to what extent something happens.
Words like very, extremely, and barely.
So, when you say, I'm extremely hungry,
Everyone knows it's time to order food.
adverbs in action. Let's put this knowledge to the test. Here's a sentence. She laughed. Pretty dull, right? Now, let's add an adverb. She laughed joyfully. Suddenly, you can almost hear her laughter, can't you? Adverbs can also modify adjectives. She is very smart. Here, very intensifies just how smart she is. Or, they can modify other adverbs. She sang extremely beautifully. It's like stacking compliments on top of each other. Common mistakes. Now let's address a common mistake. Placing the adverb.
You wouldn't say she sings beautiful. That's an adjective.
You'd say she sings beautifully.
Adverbs love hanging out near the verbs they modify.
Remember, they're like best friends who never stray too far apart.
Quick exercise.
Okay, let's do a fun exercise.
Identify the adverb in this sentence. He ran quickly. The adverb is quickly. Easy, right?
Now add an adverb to this one. She smiled.
What did you come up with? Maybe she smiled warmly?
Look at you, already mastering this!
To wrap up, adverbs are your tools to add color and life to your language. They're the secret sauce that makes English fun and expressive. Want to sound more fluent? Start experimenting with adverbs. And don't go anywhere because up next, we're talking about conjunctions, the superheroes that keep your sentences together. Until then, keep practicing and your English skills will improve immensely.